Hello everyone, welcome back to GeekDisorder's web series over HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and jQuery. This is Lavik, and I'll be walking you through this series. Today we're going to be going over the CSS Box Model. So what is the CSS Box Model? Well, when your browser displays a block element on the web in the web browser, it puts a box around it. And it does this with also some inline elements, and it allows you to format these elements using like borders, padding, margins, and so on. And so we're going to look at this today and see exactly how it works. But in order to illustrate it, we're going to set up a few different things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a section. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close that section. Inside the section, I'm going to put two divs, or actually I'm going to put two paragraphs, and I'm going to put let's see, paragraph 1, there we go, and let's put right here, oops sorry, let's put paragraph 2. Okay, and up here in my styles, I'm going to add a style for my section. Okay, and then one thing I forgot to do is I'm going to give each paragraph an ID. Okay, this one is going to be P1, and paragraph 2 is going to have an ID of P2. I'm going to go back up here to my styles, and I'm going to target P1, open and close the curly braces, and then I'm going to target P2, open and close the curly braces on that one. Alright, in my section, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a background color, and I'm going to make that color red. Alright, next I'm going to set a width and a height for my section, and let's see, width, let's go ahead and give it a width of 300 pixels. Okay, and my height, let's give it a height, let's go with 300 pixels also. Okay, so now I've got my width and height set, and I'm going to save it. I'm just going to run this right now. Alright, there we go. That's what we got so far. Alright, now let's go down into P1 for our first paragraph. And I'm going to go up here in my section, and I'm going to copy all this because I'm going to add the same stuff into each of my paragraphs here. But I'm going to change them up a little bit. Like for this paragraph, it's going to be blue. For this one, I am going to have gray. Alright, now I am going to change my width and my height. Let's see, the width of this paragraph is going to be 150 pixels. The height for this paragraph is going to be, let's do 50 pixels. Alright, so I'm going to set this one exactly the same, and we'll see what we have. We'll go ahead and save this. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Pretty standard there. Alright, so let's go ahead and start exploring this box model. Well, as I said before, you have a couple different parts of the box model. You have the content, which is the paragraph 1 and the paragraph 2 texts inside those, and then you have something called a padding, then a border, and then a margin. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the border first. So okay, to put a border, first thing we do is we just put border. Okay, and we're going to learn more about borders in the next video, but for this video, we're just going to make a basic border, and to do that, we're going to set the width of the border, which is 3 pixels. Okay, and then I'm going to set a solid. I'm going to put solid. That means the line, the border is going to be a solid. It's not going to be like a broken dotted line. It's just going to be a solid line. Alright, and then I'm going to set the color, and I'm going to set the black. Alright, and I'm going to add this on the other paragraph too. There we go. Let's go ahead and save, see what we got so far. Alright, there we go. We now have a border around our paragraphs, both of them. Alright, so actually let me relaunch that. If you look at the first paragraph, now we're going to take a look, and we're going to take a look at like our let's do margins. And the margins, what is the margin? The margin is on the outside of the border towards the other elements on your web page. The margins affect how far your like this paragraph 1 element is from, say, the paragraph 2 element, or even the side of our section. So I don't like paragraph 1 being all the way up against the left side of our section, so I want to move that. So how do I do that? Well, if I go back over to paragraph 1, and all I do is margin, okay, and then I'm going to affect the left margin, so I put left, and don't really worry about learning margin left and stuff like that. I'm going to go over margins and borders and padding all in another video. So right now I'm going to tell it that I want my margin on the left hand side of paragraph 1, I want that to be say 25 pixels. There we go. Save this and run, and you can see when I did that, it put a margin of 25 pixels on the left hand side of paragraph 1. So it actually moved it over from the edge of the section. Okay, 25 pixels. Okay, let's say I wanted to let me run this again here. Let's say I wanted to add some more space between paragraph 1 and paragraph 2. I could do this. I could do this with a margin, okay, on the bottom. And let's do another 25 pixels here. Launch this in Firefox. There we go. There's some more space. Hard to notice, so let's do 125 pixels. See what that gets us. There we go. Then there's a lot more space between paragraph 1 and paragraph 2 now. Alright, so as you can see, once we get to margins, I'll explain exactly how they work. But as you can see, there is a way there to control how far your element is away from other elements. Even if it's inside, you can move it away from the left side of an element, you know. And I'm going to take out this bottom margin, and in this left margin, I'm just going to put auto, okay? And then I am going to also add a margin on the right and put auto. Alright, and this will center it. And there we go. So that's what I wanted. Pretty good. Alright, let me run this. And now let's look at something else. We have our border, but there's also something called padding. And padding is on the inside of the border, and it controls the space between the content of your element and the like left, right, top, and bottom. I don't like my paragraph text being all the way up against the left hand side, so how do I change that? Okay, so I can do padding left, okay, and I can put 25 pixels. Go ahead and run this in Firefox, and there we go. I moved my paragraph text over 25 pixels. I added some padding on the inside. And so, yeah, there's a few different ways you can kind of format your elements using this box model. You can manipulate the margin, the padding, the border, you know, the height and width, and all of this stuff. And we'll be looking more closely at all of this as we go on. So, well, this has been Live It with Geek Disorder. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer them the best I can. And if y'all do like our content and this video, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see y'all next time.